alive. Welcome to the very first show, the very first Battleboards talk show for 2024. This is the Alex Forbes Battleboards Chess Championship, and what an honor it is to be coming to you live. Firstly, I just want to apologize to everybody that was waiting for us to start. We had some problems here at Curro, Durbanville. It just seemed like the internet didn't want to connect. It was like the Springboks was playing all over again and people were celebrating. All networks were down. We were struggling for a few minutes, but not to worry. We are live and we're coming to you directly here from Curro, Durbanville in Cape Town. With me today, of course, I've got very highly esteemed guests that will be talking to you throughout this talk show, and we're going to be getting into the Alex Forbes Battleboards Chess Championship. With me, I've got no one else than Duitser Bosman. Most of you will know him as the CEO for Varsity Cup. And with me as well is Coach Ruben Salimu. He is, of course, the South African chess coach. Awesome privilege to have him here. I'm going to start with Womdate. How are you doing today?
Lucy, yeah, no, good, thank you very much. Lovely facilities, this is Curro, Durbanville. That's what an extraordinary place. I've been involved here a few years ago and I actually forgot how beautiful their facilities is. So thank you very much for them availing this for us. Thank you, Ruben. You also, you happen to be a South African coach, but also coach here at this wonderful school, coaching their kids with the chess.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Coach Salimu, good to be here at Curro, Durbanville. How are you doing today?
Fantastic, thank you so much.
So this is going to be the first of its kind, an interprovincial chess tournament being played across 4 provinces. We wanted 128 schools to participate, so I'm just going to allow Duitser Bosman to get us into it. Alex Forbes Battleboards Chess Championship. Duitser, where did it start off?
Yeah, it was fantastic. Alex Forbes wanted to get involved in a sporting code where the sport will be the most accessible and the most affordable. To try and create a opportunity to be equal in battle. And eventually we discussed about, we investigated quite a lot of sports for all of last year, and eventually we decided to look at chess. And Alex Forbes did the fantastic Cape to Rio thing with Archangel, which was majorly Western Cape based because of the harbour being here, and they decided that we got to test something, but it can't be Western Cape only. So this is a test run for Forbes who wants to get involved in this chess and make it big and go national with it for all the provinces. So we decided to just take on 4 provinces for year 1, or for this trial competition. Later in this year, we want to take on all 9 provinces. And the idea is that the kids can play from their school, from wherever their school is, against anybody, any school in the country. Eventually, it can be out of the country in Africa as well. We've spoken about that, going for an African championship. That's another discussion for another day. But for now, it's team chess, so it's 10 players in a team. It's high school chess, and it is online. So you only play. All you need is data, and obviously device, but I need data. And Alex Forbes provides data to no-fee schools to assist to be ready to play in this competition.
Yes, from dates we spoke about now. 4 provinces taking part, 128 schools that were positioned to be able to play. How was it decided what schools are going to be participating and what schools are not going to be participating?
Yeah, so we only launched this early December because we were told by the chess fraternity we're going to do a dry run, or this first run in February, because the big competition we want to do September, October this year. And if we want to do it February, we had to launch it end of last year just to get the schools on board. So quite a lot of schools registered, not knowing what their season would look like this year in terms of local chess responsibilities and also other sporting codes. So there's quite a lot of schools who can't take part now because they have got athletics on the Saturday the 10th or the 24th, and they withdrew. So we had about 160 schools enrolled initially. And then we had to find a platform that can host a match for 10 versus 10, while about 50, 60 schools are playing against each other at the same time, and catch the result and put that result into a log. And we found a platform in the United States called LeagueSpot, and we had to coach everybody over the last 2 weeks, and the schools have put in extensive time to get the whole LeagueSpot process under control, registering their 10 players and how to check in with LeagueSpot. And last night we had a session with a lady from, she's from New Jersey, and there was 32 schools present for that session, for a Zoom session for an hour.
Wow.
About league spot. But to answer your question, we're going to have 76 schools in this inaugural competition with 760 players. There's probably a little bit more. Some schools will use more than that. You're only allowed to use 10, but I mean they'll use more than 10 players in separate games. So it will be odd 800 players playing this Saturday the 10th in the first Alex Forbes Battleboards Chess Championship.
Oh, that is amazing. 4 provinces participating in this competition, of course, provinces from the northwest. It's going to be Gauteng, KwaZulu-Natal, and the Western Province. These 4 provinces will be deciding who is the #1 school in South Africa when it comes to chess. Coach Salimu, please, while we have dates on for the next few minutes, you must ask him also questions that you might have. Obviously, you're going to be staying on the couch when Anzal Lopsa joins us later throughout the show. But you were speaking about the teams now, and you were speaking about league spot and the practice match as well. How has the process been going so far, and have you been able to reap the benefits and been able to see success with the online platform?
Yeah, I'm going to ask Coach Ruben's opinion about that as well, because he's on the receiving side. He's working with Curro Durbanville. He's assisting us by working with Curro Durbanville. We've got a gentleman in our midst called Paul Wilson. Paul has been immaculate. He's also head arbiter. He's been immaculate in what he did. We would not have been able to do this without Paul. So Paul's been fantastic with all his detail and attention to detail. So there's been numerous training sessions for all of them. Yeah. I want to say that those you might know, Lucien is actually a rugby guy. He won a varsity cup for Pucker before, and as you know, I was a varsity cup. So the problem is you're sitting with two rugby guys here, 2 other chess people, and that's why he still calls me Wim. I'm trying to get the Wim out of it. But, it's a bit of a rugby thing or a bit of an Afrikaner thing, I think. Yeah. But Coach Ruben, how did you experience it?
Well, at first I think it was overwhelming, because I think as chess players, most of the time you just turn up to a tournament and you play. So this was a big change to have to register for something and to make sure everyone was there. But once we got into the groove of it, it was actually very simple. And also, as coaches guiding other coaches, it was actually very interesting to see that most of the coaches were not admin oriented. I mean, we are not fantastic, but we did it at first. I think the confronting it was the biggest challenge for most schools, even the schools I spoke to. Getting them to just confront to do A, B, C, D was the biggest challenge. But this is something I kind of realized we've always needed, because for us, even just if you take the Western Cape, if you take Cape Town, if a team which stays in Durbanville wants to play a team in the southern suburbs, it's a nightmare. Just traffic, there's so many barriers. And what this does is it removes everything. It means a team in the sticks could play a team in the metro areas. And that division, that breaking of barriers, means that it's so simple to get any school in the country to play this game, which is already like a game changer. So, yeah.
Yeah, we realized that the schools had to dig deep in the last week to get them all sorted. And as I said last night, we had 31 schools on board for an hour session. And we're going to have another session Thursday evening to help schools. But what is fantastic, it is groundbreaking. And to the extent, and you know, the literally of groundbreaking is if you break ground, you find whatever is there.
Yeah.
And this is, we found that, listen, we got to get this process under control. If we want to play in this competition format, we got a number of schools starting in the morning, but by 3 o'clock you got a champion. It means you got to go through the process is quite good, and you need a proper system. So we were fortunate to get league spot.
Yeah.
Obviously the ideal initially was to go to chess.com, but I was told that we wouldn't be able to do it in the time. It is good to do it, but we wouldn't be able to do it in the time with the numbers that we anticipated. Remember, if we had, with 76 schools, there's 760 players at the same time. So that will mean that 380 games happening simultaneously.
Yeah.
Saturday morning, 9 o'clock, 380 games will kick off, and about 20 past 9, because we're playing 10 minutes aside, about 20 past 9, we need to capture the results of 380 matches and put it in a log.
Yeah.
So you need a proper system for that. And luckily, the chess fraternity has been so supportive that they've put in a heck of an effort to get them ready for it. So I think we're there.
Yeah, I have to take my hats off to all the teachers, all the team managers out there really working hard, trying to get the players registered. trying to figure out the system. Well done to each and every team manager who has come through for their school home dates. We were speaking now about the system and getting the stuff in place. Yeah, I'm sorry if I call him Worm. It's just it's one of those things you're not gonna. You can try, but it might not happen anytime soon. Home dates, we were speaking about TV coverage at this moment. We have a talk show in South Africa speaking about chess, coming to South Africa on a global type of platform. Dates this weekend, they want to bring in super sports schools as well. The games are going to be streamed. You enjoy making history.
Yeah, there's a lot of beauty that comes from lockdown as well. You know, lockdown brought out Zoom and Teams, and you don't have to do all the traveling for all the meetings. You know, I live in Paarl, and sometimes I Zoom with somebody in Paarl.
Yeah.
Because I just don't want to drive there. It's unnecessary. You know, so
Yeah.
but also with that comes chess online. You know, so chess online boomed after lockdown. People were at home, they didn't know what to do. And then streaming became just so much more affordable post lockdown. Pre lockdown,
Yeah.
it was quite an expensive thing. There was very little people doing it. And it became so much more affordable. So SuperSport invested heavily in streaming platforms over the last 4 years, especially through SuperSport schools. And we've been approached by their CEO, and he's apparently also a stern chess player. And you're going to talk to Azelle about that a little bit later. But SuperSport schools are also on board for Saturday morning. And the one thing about Saturday that's going to be nice is we're going to typically have it like, you know, I'm going to refer again to rugby, but it's going to be like a rugby in studio show. Because we're going to have an in-studio show talking about the matches that's going to happen just now. We're going to show some matches. We're going to select certain matches and show them. You must know that if there's 380 matches, you're going to show 1 or 2, but just to bring the people at home into this world of chess and chess online, which is very, very nice. Then afterwards, it's going to be discussed by the specialists saying, listen, this was a good move, bad move.
Yeah.
This is where the guy got in trouble.
Yeah.
And that's why the moment you get into the strategy of chess, so Forbes is quite outspoken about it. And the two things that I enjoyed, that their gentleman who's initiated this, called Mr. Varesh Maharaj, that he's always focusing on, is to say that you got to deal with what's on the board, and that's in life.
Wow.
And you got to have a strategy. You know, so, and both of those things are, you know, important elements for chess, but important elements for life as well. And that's also the hidden plan for Forbes, is to invest in that and to develop that cognitivity of the players of chess.
Insight, advice, and impact, obviously the motto of Forbes. Last question from my side to you, Dates. Saturday, the inaugural Alex Forbes Chess Championship is kicking off. What can we expect from this competition, and how is it going to be playing out on Saturday morning?
Yeah, so we're going to start registering from early morning to make sure that everything is fine, that we start the game. So 8:30, people can watch the stream from 8:30. We endeavor to do the following. We're going to have a Zoom link, which the arbiters will use to see that the kids are not assisted with anybody, and that they don't have earphones on, and they don't have hoodies on, so where they can put the earphones on. You know, it's part of the code of conduct that we're trying to put in place with the players. But that Zoom link that all the schools are on is also going to give sound back to them. So we're going to launch it with a speaker from our side opening the event. There's going to be a guest speaker. The President-elect of Chess South Africa will open the event. He's also Mr. Andre Levax, he also happened to be the chairperson of our executive committee. He will open the event, and we'll have a guest speaker from Alex Forbes, Mr. Varesh Maharaj, who's on behalf of the sponsor investing in this wonderful game. And then we're going to try something which I'm totally in love with, and I hope we're going to be able to do it, is we're going to sing the national anthem from wherever the kids are. In their 76 spaces, from wherever they are, we're all going to sing the national anthem simultaneously, and then we're going to play. So all happening 9 o'clock Saturday morning, and everybody's got to sort just something. Everybody's got to sort out. We had a little bit of Wi-Fi problems a little bit earlier, and I've got more appreciation for that. That's why we started 10 minutes late. So the kids are going to sort it out. Go sort it out 7 o'clock. Don't sit with it 9 o'clock because we're going to start the games. We told the schools, listen, we'd assist with data, but we can't help you if you got load shedding. You got to get your own generator or get to a place that can assist you with that. It's just too difficult to do that. But other than that, I want to ask the schools, be careful of the Wi-Fi. We just saw it here with us, tripling around for 7 or 8 minutes because we started late. But I think we're good. There's a lot of moving parts. You get 700 people playing at the same time, 800 people playing at the same time from all over the country, from wherever they are. But I think it's a romantic, beautiful story that we're busy building here. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, beautiful romantic story. Please sort out that Wi-Fi. Learn from our mistakes so that you don't fall for the same thing. We're just quickly gonna put up the schools for you, the participating schools on dates before you go. We're just gonna chat to some of the schools that are part there. You too, Coach Salimu. Obviously, some fantastic schools that are participating this year. Who for you will be one of the standout schools that's participating this year?
It's going to be an easy one. I mean, my students are hungry for this, so I would have to bet Durbanville High.
Durbanville High or Curro Durbanville?
Curro Durbanville.
So you're backing your school.
Curro Durbanville High, all the way.
Yeah.
Actually, the question just before you go.
Yeah.
You haven't opened this up for the primary schools, and this is the biggest chess community. Is there any plans to?
Yeah, so Forbes is very, very ambitious about this.
Yeah.
When I say ambitious, firstly going to 9 provinces, and then secondly considering Africa and also considering primary schools.
Okay.
So I think the beauty of this is that once they've got the process under control, they can scale quite quickly.
Okay.
And we got to be able to do that, and that's why we were forced to go with a service provider that can actually deal with 500 or 800 or 1,000 matches at the same time.
Oh, okay.
And I think if the viewers look at those names, you see a fantastic picture of South Africa. I'm not sure if there's any sport in the country that can put that picture out there of the different schools from different areas competing against each other, and who knows who will be the winner.
Now, that is what is going to make it beautiful. Some of the rural schools will be participating in this competition to some of the most upper class posh schools, you can say, on dates. Between those 64 squares, it's all even. We'll go for a quick break and then we'll be right back with Ansel Loopse, the WIM of South Africa, on the show. But we've got Ansel Loopse, the WIM of South Africa, on the show. What a wonderful privilege. I tried to play against a match now before the time. It didn't go so well for me, but we'll try again very soon. Ansel, how are you today?
I'm good, thanks, Lucian. Yeah, I just want to mention that we didn't finish the game, therefore your king is still alive.
Lucky for me, I already lost a few pieces there early in the match. But Ansel, very happy to have you on the show. Obviously, you're a WIM. Can you just give us a little bit of a background of your chess background? What process have you followed and how have you gotten to where you are now?
Oh dear, well the show is only an hour, right? Yeah. Well, just in short, I happened to learn chess by accident. I was a netball player as well, so I was 9 years old and I tried to run away from fitness training. And I stumbled across the chess in a classroom, and I pretended that I could play chess. And then I had to continue this thing, you know, just to keep my parents to cover up for myself for missing out on the running part. And then after 2 weeks, the teacher said to my dad, but I think she should play a tournament. So I went to my first tournament with all these high hopes, you know. I was 9 years old, come on. And I got there and I won 1 game out of 7 because my opponent didn't show up.
Yeah.
So my dad said to me, look, Ansel, you can quit chess once you can win 2 games in a tournament, you know. So for the next 2 weeks, I was training to quit. So in the next 2 weeks, I played my next tournament, my exit tournament now, you know, in chess. And I won 4 games. I was 9 and I played against these 13-year-old boys, you know. So, and I got a medal for that, and the rest is history. I just continued playing, and I eventually got my Women's International Master title. But when I was playing juniors, we did not have the opportunity to play internationally because, you know, we had national championships, but because of apartheid and the sanctions, it was like being all dressed up and nowhere to go. So eventually I was selected for the first ever women's Olympia team in '98. And since then I'm the only one from the original team still playing today. Yeah. So so I'm one of the more mature players.
Yeah, you're a survivor.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic to have you on the show. And the first one, of course, Coach Salimu, both of you, we have to ask this question.
Yeah.
A tournament like the Alex Forbes Battleboards Chess Championship, what is it going to mean for chess in South Africa in particular? We can start with you, Coach Salimu.
And like I said, I think earlier, the most amazing thing for me was, you know, when you start playing chess and you see the number of kids that are interested in playing and how you never meet any parent who will say, no, chess is not for my child. Everyone wants their kid to play. The next thought that hits you is how do we get it to as much people as we can? And once you start asking that question, you start running into all sorts of barriers and so on. And I think COVID, for all its negative sides, really did show us that we could be more connected in a space where previously we're not. And opening up chess online was one of the biggest opportunities that this country got. And the utilization of chess online, especially playing something like a league, was a game changer, especially in spaces like in the Western Cape, where between Hermanus, Caledon and Cape Town, it's a huge space, and there's lots of schools in between. And by just putting out something like this means that everyone can get at least an opportunity. In a country like this, it's very difficult to find a solution that really, you know, fits all, but this goes a long way to doing that, and I think that's a game changer.
Now, what is your opinion, Anzel? What can this type of competition do for chess in South Africa?
Well, I definitely agree with Ruben wholeheartedly, but I also have another angle to this. I see another angle. You know, I'm very much involved in chess and education, and I believe that chess is an educational tool.
Yes.
As such, and a company or an institution like Alexander Forbes is a typical institution that would actually employ chess players, if you think about it, you know, skills based and so on. So I'm seeing this as maybe another stepping stone for our players also, and for them to invest in a better human being, you know. So they're developing human beings, the skills in humans, and then taking that into the world, into the future. And I mean, we believe that if you reach a child, you reach a family. When you reach a family, you reach a community. When you reach a community, you can change the nation, you know. So this is an absolute beautiful opportunity for us to get to that point as well.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful opportunity for us to do that. Thank you for you who are supporting the Alex Forbes Battleboards Chess Championship. We had some friendly matches that came up this weekend. We're just going to put up some of those results there. Obviously some good results that came in this weekend. Obviously it's just friendlies at the moment. But Anzel, we saw that a women's team, I think it was Durban, it was Jeppy Girls Eye, that beat Paul Roos 3 points to 2. The women's game, women in chess at the moment also very much growing.
Yeah, I'm just struggling not to smile too here, but I cannot resist. Well done, girls. Well done.
Yeah.
It's also always nice to see these results.
Yeah, and Anzel, we were speaking about that before the show started. You know, getting women more involved, or the ladies more involved in chess. Obviously, between this, it's even Steven. You know, how are we going to get women playing at the top level like a Magnus Carlsen, a Nakamura. Is it Nakamura? He's one of the top guys. I just know those guys. They get quite a lot of views on YouTube. But we spoke about it beforehand, and you said you didn't want to open up a can of worms here, but so we're gonna keep the can of worms to a side, and we're gonna say, let's open up the butterflies to fly, and give people an opportunity to dream. Do you think it's going to be a great opportunity for women to shine?
Yes, definitely. What I also like about the change of times now, when back in my days, I'm at that age now where I talk about back in my days, we were very much, my generation, were very, very much, not forced, but what's a better word for force? Encouraged by parents to study and to further your tertiary education, So if you look at my generation of the players who played with me in the national team, all of them are highly educated. I'm an advocate in law, some of the others are doctors, actuaries, the one is busy with the second PhD, so we're very much educated because our parents said you have to go and study. It's that generation, and we couldn't make a living from chess back then because this online platform was not really something. But now what I find the next generation is that there's a space for women in chess to make it beautiful as well.
Yes.
If you look at the younger generation coming through, they're doing commentating, they are working on promotional stuff, and it's beautiful, and they have this soft approach, especially when it comes to junior chess, and it's just a different approach. I'm not saying men can't do that, but it's the nurturing approach, so it's respected and appreciated nowadays in chess, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic, Coach. Your opinion on that? It's giving the gentleman also time to shine.
No, absolutely. I had an experience when I first started coaching, which was that it was so much easier for me to coach boys than it was for girls, and I only managed to see it in the results. And one of the things that I had to do was to go and actually attend a course which taught me the approach to teaching girls the game and things to look out for and so on. And one of the things that has to change, and fortunately we've developed these things, was the training course which I attended, which you gave, because it spoke of those things that you need to be aware of. Because if we don't make it comfortable for girls to be in, it's going to be difficult for them to get in. But results like what JB Girls did this past weekend are so encouraging. Simple things like seeing Anzel speaking at this level and having the title she has are so encouraging for girls to take on chess. And also like having a tournament like this, broadcasting it at a wide and a large scale level, that means most girls will go, are you saying girls can be involved in chess presentation or chess playing or whatever it is? That inspiration goes a long way. So I think like we are getting into that age where we can actually start implementing the ideals we have about equal rights and bringing opportunities to women as much as we bring it to the boys.
Yeah, awesome stuff. That was Anzel Loubser. We're going to be chatting a little bit later to Anzel again. She's going to be coming on the show as well as Coach Salimu. We're going to go for a short break. Then we're going to bring on two of the players that will be participating in the Alex Forbes Battleboards Chess Championship. And then after that, we'll have Anzel back for a quick blitz game. And obviously, Coach Salimu is going to be coaching me while I take on the WIM of South Africa. We'll be right back after this break. here in Cape Town. It's the Alex Forbes Battleboards Chess Championship. With me, I've got two of the players that will be competing starting this Saturday, the 10th of February. I would just like for them to introduce themselves, and then we'll get right into it. We'll start with you there on the far right.
I'm Amanda Pretorius from Curro, Durbanville.
My name is Regan Palmer. I'm also from Curro, Durbanville. And yeah, I play chess in the first team.
So we've got Amanda and we've got Regan on the show tonight. I just want to start with you, Amanda. The first inaugural chess championship, the Alex Forbes Chess Championship. Are you excited? Are you already feeling a little bit of a vibe between you and amongst your teammates?
I'm very nervous for it, but yeah, definitely excited.
And your side, Regan?
Yeah, I mean, I saw the tournament and I was excited to see, you know, all these schools together. And when I looked at the channel, I was like, wow, the channel has a lot of following. So I was like, yo, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be fun. I'm pretty sure that you both are excited to get stuck into it. First, I would like to start with you, Regan. Your experience of chess in South Africa as a young player coming up, what has your experience been like? Have you been getting opportunities such as this? Or is this going to be like one of those stepping stones for you as a scholar?
Well, yeah, there's been a lot of opportunities, none exactly like this, because normally when we play, there's a lot of over-the-board tournaments, and in South Africa, it's very weird right now, but it's very nice to see a tournament like this, and I'm, like I said, very excited.
Yeah, and on your side, Amanda, you experienced something like this, the opportunity that you are going to be getting here?
I haven't experienced something like this before.
Yeah, and can I ask you, do you enjoy playing online more or the physical board?
Physical board, definitely.
Same here.
I enjoy the online. It gives me, I can go there or I can go there. It helps me a little bit. But speaking about the recognition that chess players get, have you experienced, obviously, you see in the school, the rugby guys are getting the plaudits, it's full stadium. What is the recognition and the type of recognition that you as a chess player received throughout your school career so far?
Well, I don't really think about it that much, about the recognition. Obviously rugby, hockey, tennis, they're all very big sports, and chess, in my opinion, is a sport, but by a lot isn't considered a sport. So it's very opinionated, so people aren't always going to view it as a sport. But it would be nice to get some recognition, because chess players put a lot of work into what they do.
Yeah, and your side as a female chess player?
I agree with Regan, but I do think we could get a little more recognition.
Okay, and you're definitely going to be seeing that throughout this Alex Forbes Battleboards Chess Championship. From my side, I just want to know, because obviously I'm beginner, I'm not even a novice yet when it comes to chess. A training session for you, how would a training session for you be set up? Obviously, you've trained under Coach Salim. I think you both have trained under Coach Salim, so obviously you've been trained and you've been schooled by the best. How does a training session look for you?
Well, normally we start with, he comes in and we all play friendly games, get right into it, and he sits down normally and he talks about a specific topic, about, for example, a tactic, a specific type of tactic, or an idea, and he gets us thinking about something. And then after that, he lets us go on with our games, and we just, in the back of our mind, think about that one thing he said, which also helps us improve.
Yes, of course. I just want to ask you, Amanda, obviously you've played against some of the top schools here in the Western Cape. Now you're going to be playing against the Northwest. You're going to be playing against teams from KZN, teams from, what did I miss? I missed one. KZN, Gauteng. Yeah, I missed Gauteng there. Sorry, thanks. I just want to know, any schools that you are in particular looking out for, or are you going to be setting the trend here?
No particular schools.
Is
particular players, but not the schools in general.
Is it?
Yeah.
So if you can maybe mention a few names, are you willing to name them? Who's the top chess player? Who's the top chess player that the chess fraternity out there has to look out for?
On my level, who I play now is probably Emily. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Is she in the Western Cape?
Yeah.
Okay, for what school does she play? Are they going to be participating?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so they're going to be on your side. Rika, you have experienced some guys you've met here in the chess fraternity that you've played against that you might be looking out for. What school you might be looking out for that could be dangerous?
I'm not 100% sure who's playing because a lot of the matrix that used to play chess left last year, but I know one guy that I saw playing, Kobus Geyser. He's in one of the boys' schools. I'm not sure which one, but I'll look out for him.
You're gonna look out for him, but you want the best, I'm assuming. So just from your side, a message to your teammates before you go off the show again, and just want to thank you for your time. Just a message maybe that you would have for your teammates, and a message for the opponents that you might be facing this weekend. We'll start with you, Amanda.
Teammates, just don't give up and keep on trying. And opponents, I'm sorry for your loss.
I like it. From your side, Rich?
A lot of the same, but for the team that I will be captaining going into the Alex Forbes chess thing, I think everyone should play their best, play to win, and the players that are against us, I think they should be very scared because Curro Durbanville is coming at it with their all.
There you have it. Curro Durbanville is coming at it with their all. It's the Alex Forbes Battleboards Chess Championship. We've gone quickly through that. These two will be playing this Saturday. You can catch them live and direct, and you can obviously check their scores on the Battleboards website, which is www.battleboards.co.za. You can go there. Thank you to you two for spending the time here, coming in. I know you're still young and obviously the camera in front of you, but it's a good experience for both of you, and I'm glad to have been able to do it and to have a chat with you. All of the best for this weekend, and God bless. We'll be right back after the break, and then we'll have Anzel Loofse back on, taking on me with my coach, Ruben Salimu. The king is in danger, and we are going to look to get him out of trouble here. We have set up the board. It's going to be Lucian taking on Anzel, the WIM here in South Africa. I've got my coach with me, so not to worry. It's going to be a blitz game. We're going to make it fun. We're going to make it interactive. Coach is going to help us as well throughout the whole scene. I want to thank Anzel for buying into to play against me. Yeah, obviously you gave me some advice before the time. I was already packing out the stuff wrong. My bishop was in the wrong place. My knight was switched around, and she told me that I remember that the queen must be, the color of her shoes must be on the block that she must be in. That's the law that you gave me?
The dress must match the shoes.
Ah,
So the
the
black square, the black queen.
Yeah, see, I learned something already. I already learned something. So I'm going to be a master after these couple of weeks of the Alex Forbes Battleboards Chess Champion. So we're going to get going. I'm going to be playing from the white side. Anjal, enjoy. We're going to be playing a blitz chess. Going to play there.
Should I play with my left hand?
You can play. Coach, you have to help me. Coach Salimu, you have to help me. I'm going to be seeing where I'm going to be going from here.
Where's the white one?
Bringing out the knights. I like that move. You like that move? Coach, what did you do here now? It's the opening scene.
Okay, so we need to get your minor pieces out as quickly as possible.
Okay.
This one would not be a good one.
Yeah, because I
But
want
that
my
one
one.
might be a good one.
Which one?
See, they're still in their pajamas.
Yeah.
So you need to bring them out of their pajamas.
How do I bring them out of their
Just
pajamas?
into the game, yeah.
So I can just. But what if I want to castle to the king side?
That's why those pieces need to get into the game.
So I would want to play out here.
Yeah. Except the sequence is very important. The knight would be a mistake, but the bishop is a good move.
The bishop going
Just one step.
just one step.
Yeah.
Because Lucian, just to take you back,
Yeah.
if you play that, it will be a repeat of what we did in the
The
friendly game,
previous-
because then I'm going to go there, you see.
Yeah.
So you don't want that. So it's going to be like
Yeah.
deja vu.
You were just copying there. It's okay. Okay. So see.
Okay, so quickly
Just explain to us how the castling works. How can I castle? For
Okay,
those who
so
don't know.
You're worrying me now. As my student.
There's some work for you, but you will not be out of a job soon. Okay, but good effort so far.
Yeah.
So this is the one time in the game that the king can move 2 squares. Okay, so this is a special move, and it also makes the rook very special because it's the one move, the only piece that can do something special with the king. So I
Yeah.
call it the dances with the king. You know.
Yeah.
So the king goes 2 squares. Always touch the king first.
Okay.
2 squares, and then the rook jumps over.
Over.
But only with one hand. Don't do
Oh, you
this.
can't. So you play
Yeah.
with one hand.
Or if you move the rook first, then they can say you can only move the rook.
Yeah.
So you jump the king and the rook over. And if it's to the other side, to the long side, it will also be the king only 2 squares, and then the rook jumps over when all the pieces are away.
And they call it castling to the queen side, eh? Or
Yeah.
castling to the king side.
It depends. If you live in America, it will be castling. Otherwise, it will be castling.
Castling.
Yeah. There's something
Coach.
you mentioned. She said you must not use 2 hands. Can you show him why? Like what some people do.
Like this.
Is that like a penalty? What?
Yeah, it's not allowed.
Yes, it's a penalty. It will be a penalty kick. Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay, so coach, I'm in the mix here now. How do I start looking for checks? What do I still want to develop my
We're
pieces?
still far from that. We need to get our pieces into the game.
So I can.
Oh,
So you also want to castle, right?
Yeah, so I have to get my knight out of here.
Mhm.
But you said with the previous one, I wanted to put my
Now
knight
it's
there
good.
in the-
Now
It's
it's
good
good.
now.
Yeah.
It's good now.
And it's always good to play your knight to the center, because if you play it
Yeah,
on
you
the
don't want to play to the
side,
right side. Yeah.
a knight on the rim is dim, yeah?
It's them. Yeah.
He's
I am-
only working half day.
Yeah, I've heard that one. I've learned a little bit.
Ha! So you try to attack my pawn, huh?
Yeah,
I see you.
but I see you covered.
Aha. Hulle weet nie wat ons weet nie.
Okay. So now, coach.
Stick to your plan. What were
Do,
you,
do,
what were
do
you
the
planning to
thing.
do?
Put the king in the corner,
What were you planning to do?
make it
Oh
safe.
yes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do this.
Yes.
I'm gonna do that now. The king is safe behind my 3 pawns. I've got the rook there, so
Look at this now, huh? This is accomplishment.
I'm gonna get better here. Okay.
What always puzzles me is how sometimes someone knows exactly what they're supposed to do, but they will do something else. Like you try to do it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want you to stick to the idea. You still need to get your pieces into the game.
When does it stop that I can't castle anymore? How many moves should I have made? Does that count, or can I should just not have moved the king or the rook?
Yeah, there are certain rules when you are not allowed to castle, but it doesn't. If you comply to those rules, you can even castle on the last move. There's a game 1911 between Lasker versus Thomas, where Lasker made the last move and it was a checkmate. He chased Thomas King from here to there, and then he castled, and then it was checkmate. I mean, that's like a once in a lifetime opportunity.
You showed us that
Yes,
game,
we
right?
did that on the notation part in the course. Yes.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. So, but there are rules. Like if you already moved the king or the rook that you want to castle with, then you can't castle anymore. But if you move this rook and you want to castle that side, you can still castle. You cannot castle if the king is in check.
Mhm.
So
Okay,
if my king is in check now, I can't castle to get out of check.
Okay.
I can also not move castle into check. Obviously, you can't move the king into danger, and you can also not move over a checking square. So in other words, let's say for instance it is like this, and my knight is here. So if you want to castle like that, jumping over the castle square, that's also illegal. Okay.
But I
Okay, but you castled. You castled, and this is there. Okay. So what are the rules?
Of which rule? Which
To
explain it? Everybody learned really quickly there. Okay, is it my move?
But it's always important to check, coach, right?
It's important.
Always check for learning.
Check for learning. Now I definitely grasp that one very quickly.
Oh, it's my move.
Is it
Yeah,
your
it's your move,
It's your
yeah.
move.
Okay, let's do this.
That's interesting. Coach?
I don't want you to pin my knight.
Our mission is still to complete development before you start any other business.
I enjoy taking a knight into the deck.
Most of the students love that. But get all your pieces. It's like having a party. You want all your friends there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you suggest?
This one is still not out.
So I need to
The
get
bishop.
this one out, right? But I can't put him there.
Remember what she said, that pieces are better in the center than on the edge of the board,
Yeah,
including that
I'm
bishop.
gonna go. Sometimes I just play as well. And then,
Yeah, that's as long as you enjoy it.
Let's see how quickly you can.
Coach, where should I move?
Let me see.
Everyone is a winner.
In educational chess, we don't win or lose, we win or learn.
Let's see what's happening there.
Remember your plan.
Did I touch that thing now?
No, not yet, not yet.
I saw that.
Remember you wanted to get
I
your
did.
bishop out.
Yeah,
You played that pawn to get your bishop into the game.
but I can't take my bishop now there. Then it's.
Oh, that's not the only place it can go.
Ooh,
It doesn't have to go all the way.
It can go a few places, eh?
Yeah. This is the options part of chess.
But this is now the file here now. It's crowded with bishops. Is that
As
okay?
long as yours are also in there.
Should I offer a draw now?
No.
You.
Let's play.
Okay. Let's see.
You should have heard him when you said he wanted to play with you. I was like, oh, maybe he knows something.
Huh?
You see,
That
Check.
move, what is it?
I can must go here.
True.
Yeah.
Now, man, I know this game, man, coach. I'm gonna try and play some chess. I'm playing with the left hand.
Oh, look at this.
Can you imagine when you
Cheeky,
start
not
using your
cheeky.
strong hand on this one?
Ooh la la.
That was actually an interesting capture. It's a good capture because it opens
Yeah.
a file for your rook.
And it controls the center.
Mm.
I'm in trouble here, coach.
Yeah. This,
Yeah.
The African Nagamura is coming for
There's a Naka in rugby as well.
you. Yeah.
Am I gonna give? I don't give knights away easily, eh, coach.
No,
You can give it
it's
if
a
you
good, it's a
want
good
to.
policy.
To give away a knight for a bishop. Let's see what we can do. Can I go? I want to go down the line. I'm a wing. I like
What's
to
your
run,
what's your reason for going down there?
to push forward. Some pawns.
He wants to score a try on the
He's a
outside.
rugby player.
It's a try on the outside.
Okay, let's see what Tanzania is gonna do.
What are you doing here?
You know, even though chess is not a team sport, one of the things that really works is your pieces have to work like a team.
Yeah.
So if you push the knight on its own, it's not gonna do much. You have to make sure that the other pieces can follow too. And this is a good move.
I enjoyed that move. Remember, no cheating during the Alex Forbes Battleboards Chess Championship. Coach, you need to commentate as well. It's like getting quiet. We need to finish your stroke.
One thing I can say is that, you know, she's a pretty face, but she's planning something sinister, so be careful.
I see she's planning something. Let's see what she's going to do. I'm going to take, but then I have 3 in 1. You don't want 3 pawns in one line, eh?
You're assuming she's not going to take back.
Oh, 3 points. He knows all this stuff, eh?
He knows advanced strategy.
Ooh, there's so many traps.
Look at this. The mover, I call it the mover.
Okay.
It's a drone. A drone. What did the youngsters
What
call
did I
it?
do, coach? Help me. You're my coach.
Just a decision.
But you're the
Any
one who
decision.
said you're not allowed to cheat, and now you're asking for help.
Yeah, during the Alex Forbes, you can't ask your coach for moves.
To the side camera.
Alright. Coach, I'm just gonna play, man.
Yeah.
Allow me to play.
Okay. That knight went to the edge of the board.
Yeah.
Adjusting. Or jadu.
Now, Andre's always going to be checking it. What was that knight doing that it's no longer doing?
You see, what was that? You tell me. If you can see it.
If you find it, she won't play the move.
Don't you make your own rules now.
I'll take my defeat and learn from it.
You see?
You see, he was protecting, so the bodyguard moved away.
Yeah. Now there's no more. Let me see what that guy can do. Can't move this guy away.
You can.
You can, yeah.
That's gonna be very
It's okay.
dangerous.
Do it.
You know, sometimes they say the way you play chess is the way you handle life as well. Sometimes guys just neglect the queen and then move the queen. If that happens, then you are stuck playing the game without the queen. So I'm gonna be looking at my queen and making sure that she's okay.
Are you thinking Valentine's Day, huh? It's 1 week.
Yeah. Coach.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play.
Yeah, I mean, I see you are going to play.
Oh, okay.
Ever since I started playing against Anzel, this is one thing she's very aware of, tactics.
Seeing a move.
Yeah, right now, just be prepared. Just start paying your funeral services and stuff like that. Because
Cashing in on the policies.
It's about to get bad. Now.
I see what's happening here. Oh.
The most prudent thing in chess is if you are attacked, deal with the attack. But now you didn't, right?
Ooh.
What attack?
Remember, she attacked your knight.
Can I do this, coach?
Okay.
So this is called a fork. It's almost a family fork. You know, if there was a... Because I'm attacking the queen.
The queen.
The rook.
Damn.
Do you want to draw now?
I'm going to play until the very end.
Coach, I'm worried about your...
I think it's good.
I'm going to move the queen.
This is a picker comment. Remember, I'm a Shimla, so picker, varsity rugby.
Yeah, I won the Shimlas a few times in my...
I would ask about that draw.
Should I ask for the draw?
Yeah.
I want to see how I lose here. I'm going to play. What's happening?
And then missed a nice opportunity, but
I missed, yeah. I saw. A bit too late, yeah. Okay, now you see, adjusting.
there's something I'm gonna ask you, Lucian. Is don't tell anyone that I'm coaching you. Just for now.
I'm going to open that
It's a
file.
secret. It's a secret.
Okay, teach me afterwards, coach.
Did you hear what he said?
I'm just saying.
He said, for now, let's not tell anyone that he's coaching you.
Oh, so you don't want to coach me? That's it.
No, I do want, but let's just keep it between me and you.
A private arrangement.
Yeah.
Yo.
We have a lot of work.
I'm just glad I got a lot of...
You captured something.
I captured some pieces.
Yeah.
What we gonna do here now?
Solution about that draw now.
You want to take it?
Okay, here's the rule now. Here's
You
the
want
rule.
to draw?
Let me teach you another rule quickly. So if you want to offer me a draw, you have to make the move, and then you offer your opponent a draw, and then they decide if they want to draw. So if you offer the draw before you move, then that's actually...
Okay, now I'm going to play until I die.
Make your move and offer the draw.
Okay, let's see how it goes.
Wrong one. But okay.
Did I make it?
So offer the draw.
You have to make your offer now.
You're going to checkmate me here with this one.
No. No,
So offer the draw quickly before I move.
before she makes a move.
Say? No, I won't.
Can I draw?
Can I please?
I drawed against WIM. Can you show me what would have happened?
I would first go here, check.
Check, yeah.
And then I would move.
Mhm. I will most probably move here
Yeah.
to bring my...
She just wants to say hi to the king.
Okay. So then I would...
Okay, so I will check.
All the friends need to come answer.
Yeah, but if I go here now, he bring that one in. Oh yeah,
No,
I can
you're
just
fine.
go here. Yeah.
Sure. So I have to do this, eh? Let's see.
See, I'm first cutting off this line because this is
Yeah.
where your king can come out. See?
And then the next move,
And
you
then-
can find it.
Okay.
Did you play?
No.
Not yet.
See
I
if you
already
can
played.
see if you can find the checkmating one.
Check in one.
Yeah. Mate.
Checkmate.
Black to move, checkmating one.
The king is there.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
Good job.
checkmate.
Everyone
There we
wins.
go.
Ah.
The very first inaugural Alex Forbes Battleboards Chess Championship will be coming to you live this Saturday. I want to thank my host for today, Ansel Loopse, WIM of South Africa, and of course Ruben Salimu, the coach of South African chess. Thank you so much for joining us here today. It was a really awesome fun. I really enjoyed it. Also thank you so much for joining us online, and also of course the two players that will be participating this weekend. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We hope you had some fun. This was the inaugural chess talk show. We'll be back next week with some more chess action. God bless and God protect.